If you're someone that struggles with LiPo batteries and chargers, I have something you need to see. Check this out. All you gotta do is plug in this pack and it's charging. All right, so here's the story, RC drivers. Last weekend, I'm sitting on the couch and my doorbell rings. It's the FedEx guy and he drops off a box. I wasn't expecting anything. So of course I tear open the box and inside are two black boxes with Smart Technology G2 written on them. I'm like, this has my interest. I know that logo. So I open it up and inside was a bunch of batteries. I open up the other box, it's a charger. Okay, this really has my interest now. So I open up one of the battery cases and it looks like a new smart battery from Spektrum. But after looking at it some more, I noticed it didn't have a balance plug. So they really had my attention at this point. So I opened up the charger and inside was a really cool new looking charger from Spektrum. So I ran down to the workshop and I've been going over these new products ever since. So let's head over to the workbench and I'll give you an overview of what they're all about. So here they are, the brand new Spektrum Smart Technology G2 products. Here's the charger and here are the battery packs. Now they actually have a single port charger as well, and they have a wide selection of battery packs and I'll go over the differences in just a little bit. But first, let's check out the charger. This thing looks rad. I love the look of this new charger. The old one was pretty cool. Let's go over here really quick. I have it. This is the old charger. You can see it's a nice compact charger, but back over here, this, I mean, just has a great look to it. It's gonna look great on your workbench. And of course, most importantly, it's going to get the job done. So let's look at what comes in the box first. Obviously, you get the charger. You're going to get a instruction manual, which you need to read through, and you get the power cord, which you can unplug. Now I measured this thing, it's almost 10 feet. It's like it comes with its own extension cord. But back over here at the charger, what I really like here is the large display. We've got this nice keypad, and then down here, check this out. No more adapters needed for the IC3 to IC5 plugs. All you have to do is slide up this little switch, or this little plate here actually. That's it, that's all you have to do. It makes it really easy to go and charge, you know, the two different types of battery packs. If you have multiple cars with different types of plugs, that is nice and easy. And you know what? I actually lost my plugs for my other charger a while back, and during the move, that was a really difficult time, but this will make life a lot easier. Definitely like that new update. You also see that it has balance ports. You'll notice that there's no balance taps on those battery packs over there. This means that you could charge other batteries. So let's say, for example, you have a dynamite pack still, you'll be able to charge this battery pack on this charger because it has the EC5 plug on this one. If you have some other type of battery plug, you'll be able to use it. You'll have to make your own adapters. But again, if you have the EC3s or the IC3s, it will plug right in. Okay, let's spin this thing over to the side. We've got some inputs here for USBs. So a small, it looks like a mini USB right there, and then a standard USB, and that will allow you to charge accessories. Maybe you've got a phone you want to charge or something like that. And then the other port will allow you to update the firmware on here. So that's nice, you'll be able to update it. All right, around back here, you'll notice these little pads. These are just nice little accents that actually help you just grip the charger while you unplug the cord. There's the input for the cord. It does have an on-off switch, so you don't have to keep unplugging it all the time. You can just use the switch. And then it has this large fan out back, and it's supposed to be a quiet fan. And that's really about it. I mean, it's a nice and simple charger. It's supposed to be super easy to use. It is easy to use. We're going to go over that in a minute. But first, let me show you the batteries over here. And just like Spektrum's other batteries, they're available in 30C, 50C right now, and in all different voltage types. So we've got the 7.4 volt, we've got the 11.1 volt, and then the 14.8 volt, 2S, 3S, 4S. So those are your popular battery packs that most cars use. And then they have the IC3 connectors or the IC5 connectors. So it could adapt to whatever type of vehicle you have. But the real feature here is no balance tap. All we have now is the signal wire that connects up to the charger and takes care of the balancing and transfers the information that you need to for programming, because this is a programmable battery. It does have a micro circuit board inside that is now updated. It's a more powerful board, and the programming is different from the previous pack. So one advantage is it discharges itself after 3 days. So you know, if you left your pack charged, it will start to discharge that pack down to a storage charge in order for it to, one, be safe, and two, just help maintain the battery a lot longer. So that's a pretty big feature. That's you know, going to make this battery last a lot longer. The other thing with the microchip that's in there is it's going to allow the pack to discharge at a faster rate, 1.5 amp versus, I forget what it was for the last battery pack, but it's a quicker discharge. So there is better circuitry in here, basically just improving the performance of the pack for storage. And you know, as far as using them, I did use them in the Rift test and they worked really well. All right, so back to the charger here. I think I need to plug this thing in so I could go through all the menus here and show you how this thing works up close. All right, so I've got the charger plugged in. Check out that long cord that goes all the way over there to my outlet. That is very cool. But the one thing I want to talk to you about before I turn this on is there are two different chargers. So there is the S1400 and then the S2200. So the S1400 is a single port charger at 400 watts. And then we have the S2200, which is a 2-port charger at 200 watts or a single port at 380 watts. So just wanted to make you aware of that. Now we can go ahead and turn on the charger here. It's a fairly quick startup to get to the main screen. We'll just wait a second, and there it is. Pretty quick, and all we have to really do next is go grab a battery pack and plug this in. Let me just slide up this tab here. It locks in place, and I will try to slide this in while holding the camera. There we go, and let's see. Initialing the smart charge. And there it is. It's already charging. How cool is that? Just love how easy it is. I mean, if you're worried about, you know, setting things up, you don't have to worry about it with this charger. You don't even have to worry about pushing the start button. All you have to do is plug in the pack, and then it will start charging on its own. It recognizes what the pack is thanks to the chip that's inside, the circuitry, and it will just, you know, set everything up the way it needs to be. And no matter what pack you put in there, whether it's the 2S pack or the 3S pack, the 4S pack, it figures it out and starts charging. So right now it's charging at 5 amps. We could see how many milliamps are going into the pack. And this right here is the best feature ever on a charger. It's telling us how much time is remaining for the charge. This came in so handy the other day when I went to drive the Rift. I plugged in the pack, I waited for this to pop up, and I knew exactly how long I had before I needed to pack the car up to leave, you know, when the pack was done charging. I just thought that was incredible, and it really helped me with my day of going to test that rig. But let me just unplug this for a minute, and I want to walk you through some of the menus. So we'll just unplug this. I should probably stop it, but we'll see what happens. If I can get it out, there we go. Let's see what happens. Looks like it's stopping. Yeah, and it goes back to the main menu. No battery detected. That is very cool. All right, let's go and check out the menu on this. Let me try to get some glare out of the screen. There we go. And I have to hold down this button over here, and now I can start to go through the screen. So up first is the tasks. We would go over there and hit the button, and we could charge, we could discharge, and we could storage charge. So let me hit charge for a minute, and we could just see really quick what's in this menu. We could change out the battery type, so it does all the different popular battery types. Show you that really quick. Back out, and then, oh, no, back out is this key over here. It'll scroll down a little bit more, change the number of cells, and change the current. So let me hit this really quick. Watch this, we're gonna go all the way up to 20 amps. That's very cool. All right, let me back out of this, back out one more time, and we'll go through some of the other stuff that they have. Let's see. Oh, I'm still learning it as I go along. But oh no, here we go. Let me go all the way back up. Sorry about that. So we got tasks with the LiPo battery style, cells, amps. We saw that. There's the start button, and then smart battery settings. So this will allow you to go in here and program the circuitry. So if you want to change, let's say the cutoff for these new G2 cells is 3.9 volts. So if you want to go in and change that, you have the ability to do that. And what you could also do is you could see any faults with the battery pack. So that was one thing that's very cool with smart battery packs, is it allows you to see if there was an overcharge, or the cutoff was incorrect, or even if the battery overheated. This battery circuitry will tell you that through the smart battery settings here. So that's a really nice feature to have, especially if you have a car that maybe you suspect that the cutoff isn't working right in the ESC. This will kind of help you detect that. All right, back over here, let's just scroll through this a little bit more. System settings. So you could do a number of things here. You could change the backlighting, the volume, the completion tone, self-test. There's a bunch of features in here, even language change, calibration of the unit, system info. That's probably when you're updating the firmware. So everything is really simple to navigate through. That's what I've really liked so far. I mean, this is only my third time really using the charger. So yeah, I stumbled around a little bit, but you're going to pick this up really easy, I think. This is cool, battery history for the day, and that's really about it. Let me go back, and that's it. We're back to the home screen. So everything has been really simplified with this. Again, I think, you know, if you're a little worried about using LiPo battery packs, or, you know, charging, what's the setting going to be, it's super simple. You just have to plug it and play. And once you get really, you know, in tune with this charger, you could start to go ahead and program the features the way you want it to. Maybe you want to charge the amp rate different from what the factory setting is. You'll be able to do that with this charger. It's very cool. And like I said, I've already gone ahead and tested one of the 11.1 volt 3S packs here in the rift that you see back there, and it worked really well. You know, is there a big difference in power or anything like that? No, there wasn't, but the pack performed flawlessly. You know, it had great power to it. You know, it had the longevity that I wanted out of it. And like I said before, I was able to charge it nice and quick through this charger, and I knew when the charger was going to be done. That was the bonus for me. So there's a few more details that I want to go over with you, and one of them is compatibility. Is the first generation of smart packs compatible with the new G2 charger? Is the old charger compatible with the new G2 packs? And yes, they are cross-compatible. There's a little bit you need to know, but first let me start off with the G2 charger using a first generation smart pack. So actually, when you go and plug this in, just like you would with the G2, it starts to auto charge, just like the G2 pack. So I thought that was really cool. And then one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention before is the layout on here. So right up top on the screen, you could see a battery. It kind of gives you an indication of how the charge is going. It gives you the percentage. And even with this pack, when you plug it in, you could see the cell voltage of each individual cell, which is really cool. And one other thing I want to mention on top of that is you could do a lot of program storage with this, where you could store the brand of the battery pack, the type of battery pack, and everything like that. So it is a customizable charger. Although it's super easy to use, once you get into it, you'll be able to do a lot more with it as well. So you could grow into the charger. But back to the compatibility, the first generation charger, you will need to do an update to it. So you'll have to update it to the G2 software. You'll be able to do that through the port that's available. And once you do that, you'll be able to charge a G2 pack on this charger. Of course, your original packs as well. But I really like that it is updatable, and you could just use whatever you want. So if you already have this system with the original packs, you cross over, use it here as well. I think it's really great that they did that. And as I mentioned before, you can even use other brand battery packs along with the system. You just may have to go in there and of course set the parameters. But I think Spektrum nailed it. I mean, honestly, I wasn't expecting this. I thought the Spektrum technology with their batteries, their smart batteries, was pretty awesome. And now they just elevated everything. It's really cool that you don't have to worry about the balance tap getting caught up in something in the car anymore or anything like that. It's really cool what they're doing, and it surprises me every time they come out with something. And we've got some more Spektrum stuff on the way. So if you're a Spektrum fan, definitely hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss those videos. So what do you think about the smart technology, this G2 setup? Are you interested in it? Do you like how you could just plug it in and basically let it do its job by itself? Let me know in the comments section below. And of course, we'll see you back soon for some more RC driver videos.